Hello, Atlanta, and happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for joining me here at the First Alert Desk. My name is Allen Devlin here with Atlanta News First, and we're going to be going through some of the stories we've been covering here today. I started off this broadcast with this beautiful view of downtown Atlanta as that sun begins to set. This weather has been incredible for like a week straight. It's not going to stay that way, though. We've got meteorologist Patrick Pete coming through to talk about what's going to be coming up later on, mostly Sunday. Sunday's the day we really have to worry about, honestly. But thankfully, you can enjoy the rest of your evening now, Friday, and most of Saturday, too. A couple of stories I want to talk to you guys about, two of them related, really, and it's kind of the big story that the world is watching, and it has to do with the indictment, the second indictment, I should say, actually, more than that, but the first federal indictment of the former president, Donald Trump, who has been indicted on 37 federal counts, all linked to having possession of top secret, and confidential documents at his residency in Florida, his Mar-a-Lago residency. So this all started about 15 months ago when they first began looking, and now yesterday we found out that the indictment came down. He's been charged, and then today that indictment was unsealed, and we got a better look of exactly what is going on as this now heads to trial.
CBS News confirming a federal grand jury has indicted former President Trump on charges of mishandling classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida.
This is a hugely significant development. It's the first time in American history that a former president has been indicted on federal charges.
Three sources familiar with the case say that the 7-count indictment involves the retention of national defense information, conspiracy, and obstruction. Trump making the announcement on his social media platform last night.
I'm an innocent man. They come after me because now we're leading in the polls again by a lot against Biden.
The indictment comes as Trump has mounted another presidential run. His top 2024 GOP rival, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, came to his defense on Twitter, posting, quote, "The weaponization of federal law enforcement represents a mortal threat to a free society." President Biden defended the Justice Department's independence yesterday before the indictment news broke.
I have never once, not one single time, suggested to the Justice Department what they should do or not do relative to bringing a charge or not bringing a charge.
Trump's attorneys say that he's at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey. A law enforcement official says that U.S. Secret Service will meet with Trump's staff and security today to arrange a plan for his travel and arraignment, which is expected Tuesday in Miami federal court.
But before we get to Tuesday, here's the deal, guys. Donald Trump is headed right here to Georgia. He's going to be in Columbus for a GOP convention going down with a bunch of other GOP candidates, nominees, supporters, and I guess I should say just a bunch of GOP supporters, honestly. They're going to be down in Columbus, Georgia, starting tomorrow, where Trump will be speaking live. He is going to be, the man of the hour. So the question is he going to be talking about this indictment? We honestly don't know. Knowing Trump in the past, he usually takes aim at things like this. But Abby Kasoris was down in Columbus today, and we'll have full team coverage tomorrow as well as Trump makes his way through Atlanta. But here's an inside look as the city gets ready to host the GOP frontrunner.
We have his commitment that he'll be here. And
Georgia's GOP convention just got more interesting for the delegates around the state, as news broke at the start of the convention that the former president is making history as the first president to be federally indicted. Despite a 37-count federal indictment, the support here so far is undeniable.
They have been attacking Donald Trump since the day he said he was going to run.
Alton Russell, state GOP Columbus chair, says Trump supporters are more resolved. They'll want to support him as the Republican presidential nominee.
He'll come back, he'll come here, and he will just blast everything and say what he wants to say, and then we'll get our message better too. So I'm looking forward to it. He gets energized by this sort of thing. It's almost like a boss in a video game that's sucking energy from the people that he beats.
B.J. Van Gundy has been to dozens of conventions. This is the first time a presidential nominee or a former president will speak with the state's GOP convention. He believes Donald Trump got thousands of more Georgians to get involved with the party.
When an indictment happens, he actually gains supporters. You've seen the polls, and they go up.
Jerry Ramsey with the Georgia Republican Assembly wrote a letter he plans to give to Trump.
President Trump, tone your rhetoric down, quit beating up on the soccer moms. We need to get them back on board.
He says his pro-business agenda and plan to fight inflation make him the best pick for president.
And I'm not a MAGA nutcase. I'm a hardcore Trump supporter. But he's done nothing, in my opinion, that's really that bad.
And there you have it. Those Trump supporters, those Republicans down in Columbus, Georgia at this convention, like Abby said, she could not find a single person there that opposed the president at this time. So he will likely get a very warm welcome when he arrives tomorrow. Last thing, not talking about Trump anymore. We've talked about that for 2 stories. I want to help you guys out some as you prepare to hit the road, the skies, the waters, whatever it is this summer travel season. Travel insurance. It's that pesky option you get to pick when you book a flight or you book a hotel stay that, I'll be honest, I usually do not select. But after Better Call Harry got involved, he handed out some do's and don'ts for traveling. And honestly, after today, after his story, he's changed my mind. I'm likely going to start getting travel insurance. Maybe he'll change your mind too.
Airlines are required to give you a refund if you cancel within 24 hours of the purchase. But that's not enough. And since my tickets were non-refundable, I risked losing more than $1,000. The hotel didn't offer a refund, and because I purchased the trip on Priceline, any cancellation was subject to its rules. For example, their Express Deal package says your reservation is non-refundable, non-changeable, and non-cancelable. This is where trip insurance can save you. And if you want to compare pricing, you've got choices. TravelInsurance.com, SquareMouth.com, and InsureMyTrip.com.
Insure My Trip automatically sorts through all the top travel insurance plans.
Let's pretend you're taking a cruise to Jamaica. We plugged in 2 travelers for $3,500 in coverage, and plans popped up starting at $135. A cancel for any reason upgrade is an option, but the price went up about 40%. Here's one from Traywick. $379 for 2 people provides a 75% refund, and for an extra $20 per person, it offers $250,000 in medical coverage, which, if you're traveling out of the country, is a must. A few years ago, we talked to a couple who went on a Carnival cruise. Stephen Johnson ended up in a Mexican hospital with pancreatitis, and the hospital wouldn't let him leave until he paid the $14,000 medical bill. A trip insurance policy with medical coverage would have paid the bill.
And there you have it. But the deal is, when you are given the option to leave, why would you ever want to leave this? Look how beautiful the sun is setting on what's been a wonderful, wonderful week of weather. Meteorologist Patrick Pete is over here to my right. He's going to jump in and talk a little bit about what we can expect this weekend. I'm hearing really good Saturday and Sunday, right?
I was trying to convince our 10 o'clock producer to play a little ping pong or bocce this weekend, but being that he hasn't had any wins in forever, I was like, maybe you could take advantage of some of this gorgeous weather we have and get outside and play some bocce. It's going to be in the 60s in the morning, 70s in the early afternoon, 80s in the mid to late afternoon. So despite all of that, it's really going to be a picture-perfect weekend to get out. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Friday. I know that if you're not at home watching us on one of our streaming channels, you're probably watching us on YouTube, and that means that you're probably about to get this party started for the weekend. And the good news here is that there's lots of dry time in the forecast, for the weekend at least. Saturday is looking great. Sunday, not so much. First alert for scattered showers and storms. We're not expecting this to be an all-day event, but there's a warm front around it. Anytime that you have a warm front around, you're guaranteed cloud cover, and you're pretty much guaranteed intermittent showers and some rumbles of thunder, depending on how that all sets up. And then as we head into your Monday, a cold front is going to slide into the region, and that's going to also bring us a chance for some more rain and storms. So that's why there's a first alert there. Tuesday looks dry, and then unfortunately Wednesday and the rest of the work week, things get a bit bumpy, and I can guarantee you that we're going to be talking about at least one more first alert at the end of next week, maybe 2, just because there's a lot of messiness associated with an advancing low pressure system. I say all of that to say things are great tomorrow, so get outside and enjoy it, because it is going to trend a whole lot wetter as we go through the next 7 days. Taking a look at the 12 o'clock hour, we're talking about gorgeous sunshine, a couple of high clouds trickling in the afternoon. It's going to be a great day to get out and about. Listen, there's a lot going on. There's the Braves Country 5K that's starting at Truist Park at 7:30. And at 7:30, we're going to be around 64 degrees. So it's going to be perfect temperatures to get outside and get that 5K in before you go out and about for the afternoon to do brunch, lunch, or whatever you're going to do. And if you have no plans, the Gwinnett Pride Festival is going down from 12 to 5 at Thrasher Park. And the numbers for that's looking pretty good. Lots of sunshine, temperatures in the lower 80s. What I didn't mention yet was that the humidity is only going to be a smidge higher than it was today. So that means it's going to be in very comfortable territory. It's going to feel great to be outside throughout all day parts. And just in case your coworkers are having a game night tonight and didn't invite you, but there's a game night tomorrow night that you wanted to go to, the forecast is looking fantastic to step out for the evening. We're talking about temperatures gradually dipping into the upper 70s, cloud cover increasing as we push through the night. There is that level 1 out of 5 risk for some strong storms on Sunday, which is part of the reason for the first alert. The other part is just because it's going to be cloudy with intermittent showers. We're talking about the northwestern corner of our state. That is going to include folks that are in portions of Chattooga and Floyd counties, as well as Gordon and Fannin counties. We're going to watch to see if they shift that line a little bit, and I do suspect that they will shift it a little bit further south and east over the course of the next 24 hours. So you'll want to stay dialed in. Courtney's going to have that update for you in the morning, and Cutter will have another update for you tomorrow evening just in case you are around. Here's how Sunday unfolds. You can see cloud cover building through the overnight. So if you are going out tomorrow night and you're planning on being out till 2 or 3 in the morning, do not be surprised if there are some spotty showers that are going to be building into the area, because we are going to be watching that warm front lift through. A few light showers around for the morning, some showers and storms push in for the afternoon. Notice how there is some dry time, but there's just going to be a lot of rain, a lot of mess all over satellite and radar throughout the day, on and off. And then here comes that cold front lifting in from the north and west. That's going to be our rainmaker. Looks like it's going to be early Monday morning, and those showers and storms should clear out as we head into the late day. And that's going to segue into a dry Tuesday. I mentioned that the rest of the work week looked bumpy, and you can see we're talking about a greater than 40% chance for scattered showers and storms, not only Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday as well. This is all due to a pesky area of low pressure that is going to slowly move in. Looks like the rain should hold off until late Wednesday, but it's just a little bit too far out to give you that hour-by-hour breakdown. But what we are confident is that there are going to be showers and storms moving in the second half of the day on Wednesday, and that's going to be our story Thursday into Friday. So I'm going to leave you with the 7-day forecast so that you can make your plans, so that you can get outside tomorrow, because it's going to be fantastically amazing throughout all day parts. And then unfortunately Sunday is going to be one of those days where you're going to be timing those showers and maybe running errands in between. Good opportunity to download that First Alert weather app, because if you do get a little bit of dry sliding, that app will tell you whenever more showers and storms are going to be pushing into your area, so that you don't get wet and so that you can kind of wrap things up. So leaving you with the 7-day, and of course we're going to have an update for you tonight at 9, 10, and 11 on what you can expect as we head through the next couple of days, because there are lots of rain opportunities, and meteorologist Fred Campagna is working on that updated timeline for you, and we will see you on TV.